Hey everyone, no respawns here. Hope you're having a grand midweek. So I have made a very cheerful and somewhat depressing, but in a weird way endearing little trailer home using some of the new bits that have dropped over the store over the last few weeks. It's quite interesting really because we're at that stage now with Fallout 76 where we're in the later part of its life cycle. However, we can finally build the places we always wanted to build. I was actually watching some of my older videos when we were using the original just basic wood set and how kind of artificial the whole thing looked. And now this just looks awesome. I love it. So the big kind of... Well, I'll do a tour first, but actually, no, we won't do a tour first. We'll go inside because I want to talk about bits. So the big new piece is these destroyed home pieces, which are effectively the contemporary player house with a reskin. One thing to note, you can actually put cables through the top of those holes as well, so it isn't just a skin. You can actually... Do you mind, fam? You can actually, use the holes for wiring up, which is quite handy. I will say about these pieces, they look very nice in this kind of setup where they're used as kind of like a smaller little shed or a kind of an area divider, but I personally don't think they look very good as an actual home because they're a little bit too ramshackle. I know that seems weird coming from me, but what I mean to say is that you can't reinforce them enough that they don't look out of place. However, that being said, you could probably mix and match them up with other pieces, which is something I'll probably try again in the future. I'll make a little one here as well. See, I like little areas like this. They make for nice little, it's just a little bit of a grimy, depressing little place where I make my drugs and just generally lose myself and just have a little chemical shower nearby. So to give you a quick tour, I love this place. So probably can guess where we are, but in those one or two people that haven't actually walked down this road, we are right next to the Wayward. I'm well aware that this probably isn't the best place if you're not on a private server, because obviously it gets quite busy, and usually unless you log in at the exact right moment, you're not actually going to get the spot. However, I just chose this I like the way it blends in with this area. You see what I mean? It just kind of works quite well. It's like a little bit of a community area. I've got a little bit of a undeniable formula with my walls, which is why I kind of want to do this as a tour, not a build, because you've probably seen me build most of this stuff separately before, but collectively it always looks a bit different. Random toilet there. Like a good random toilet. I absolutely adore this new cooking wagon. Oh, it looks so good. I love this style of stuff. Like this actual apocalypse built stuff. It's very cool. It makes me so happy. So it's suitably tetanusy, which makes me happy. I wouldn't mind us to get some new junk wall pieces, but I'm not holding my breath given where we are. However, with obviously kind of the new major updates coming to maybe the pit as well. I want some pit themed stuff. I did forget to decorate that mannequin. Let's pretend I didn't do that. I love it. I mentioned this on Twitter earlier, but at some point in the future I'm probably going to have a nice sit down with a therapist about why my aspirational homes are depressing hovels in the middle of the wasteland with spikes all over them and screaming tetanus. But for now, you know what? Let's just enjoy the vibe. It's just got a certain... Also, these new chairs are amazing. I do prefer this one because it just sort of squeezes in. Actually, did we show you a couple of new bits, which I forgot I had as well. So first, we got this from Fallout First. I think it was last month. And it's just great. I love it. I didn't even realise I had it, and I was just randomly scrolling. I think I unlocked it, never used it, and then forgot. Then I've got this little thing here. Testament to how often I use all this stuff. I can identify tiny little things, which I'm like, oh, I didn't realise I had that. Little plant pot there. Look at that little plant pot. It's lovely. Anything inside? All right, thanks for that. It just works. I'm going to open this time. There we go. Look at that. I forgot to decorate that wall. Don't judge me. I've actually got about a fifth of the build room left, so I'm going to decorate that room. Anything else I forgot? No, good, you didn't forget the whole thing. The one slight issue with this specific trailer is when the sun is like this, it looks a little bit weird. It looks amazing when it's dark. But I think it's... those of you who played a lot will notice the way that interior locations are lit up. Sometimes look a little bit off, depending on the time of the day. When it's raining especially, everything looks shit. But I do love this trailer so much. It makes me happy. I decided to keep it a little bit low key. Like often when I use this trailer, for example, I'll put like replace the doors with like an electric fence or something a little bit over the top. With this one, I kind of wanted to blend stuff in together to kind of make it so obviously it is a little bit, you know, goofy because obviously I've got flamingos and colourful shit everywhere. However, it's still grounded, which I really like. Oh yeah, let's have a look at my little booze cooking area as well. I really like these a lot. Like you merge these areas with these rusty fences, and this little fence bit here is actually from the Halloween version of this set, and the whole thing works really, really well. I might put a little gate on that. Just the whole thing vibes. I appreciate the vibe, and that vibe is misery and and degradation. What did I say on Twitter? I said this is British Housing Simulator. Anyway, so that just gives you a few ideas. I absolutely adore. To be frank, I haven't built something new in a while, as some of you may have noticed. So it's like, it was quite fun to make this, because it's kind of quite a comfort build in a lot of ways. But also, it's just quite interesting to take a step back and just like how much stuff we've been given. I still think, you know, for example, Fallout 4 ultimately does have a more easier system to use, because it doesn't have the same level as limitations. But I think 76 now almost certainly has, generally speaking, more stuff. And more RP-friendly stuff in a lot of ways. Like, it's kind of thing, we've got a few bits from Fallout 4, like junk walls and little kind of quality-of-life pieces, but generally speaking, obviously you technically can mod it in, but let's pretend non-modded. With Fallout 76, it finally, in maybe the last year of its life, has all the bits that we want. Anyway, what do you guys think? I love settlements like this, and people do periodically send me stuff, so if you do want to send me the things that you've made, please ping me pictures on Twitter, or tag me on Instagram. People have started doing that a lot, and I do like that, because I tend to go on Instagram when I'm meant to be working, or maybe on the loo. I think that's what my guy's hungry. Anywho, so you all have a lovely week. As always, follow me on the Twitters at norespawns. I'm going to be live streaming tomorrow. I don't know what yet. For those who don't know, I am be live streaming a lot more in place of videos. Not because I don't want to do videos anymore, but because sort of on a down point with kind of just winding down with 76, and I'm sort of dicking around while we wait for Starfield to drop, at which point it's just going to be Starfield to the end of time, which is going to be so grand until Fallout 5. I'll watch the next Elder Scrolls. So much fun stuff, basically. I'm planning 5 to 10 years in advance. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll speak to you soon. You take care.